director of music and organist here at St. Paul's, and as I say, welcome to Midweek Music. So what I just played was Feed the Birds from the Walt Disney movie Mary Poppins. And just out of a whim, more or less, I thought it would be kind of fun to take a listen to some of Disney's more popular tunes from their movies that have pretty much entered the American lexicon of well-known music tunes. So anyway, that was again from Mary Poppins. And here's another one from Mary Poppins that I don't think will need much introduction. But anyway, that's supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Now, this one is a fun one, and one that I had never heard before, but it's still fun. It's from a movie called Summer Magic, and it's written by the same brother team, Richard and Robert Sherman, who did, for a number of years, some of Disney's most popular tunes, the music from Mary Poppins being one. But anyway, I thought this was a cute little thing. So it's called the Ugly Bug Ball. There we have the Ugly Bug Ball. Now, let's go to another one here. This is from Cinderella, and a dream is a wish your heart makes. It's one of those that you probably won't necessarily remember the text or the words, but the tune, I think, will be one that you will recall. A dream is a wish your heart makes. Boy, I'm just whipping through these very quickly. I'm going to have to do some fillers, I think. Anyway, so here we go. And that last one, let's see. So that last one was not by the Sherman Brothers. This was Mac David, Al Hoffman, and Jerry Livingston. You know, it's one of those kind of things because it's so associated with Disney. The composers of these tunes, as good as they are, don't really get remembered certainly as much as the tunes themselves. So anyway, this one is from Jungle Book. And again, I think it's one that you might recall. It was covered by a lot of people. And actually, I'm having a brain freeze. Anyway, you'll recognize it. Bare Necessities. Bare Necessities. Oh, man. Louis Armstrong was the one I was trying to think of that actually covered that song back in the day. Okay. There's another one here. 1 second here. Chim Chim. This is a little bit. This is one of those. So here, this goes back. This one is from Lady and the Tramp, and this was one. The words and music are by Peggy Lee and Sonny Burke, and Peggy Lee is someone you don't hear a lot about anymore, but she always very sultry voice, really cool voice. Peggy Lee. So there we have We Are Siamese, if you please. Oh, here's the other one from Lady and the Tramp, which again was covered by everyone and their a lot of people. He's a Tramp, and that was one also that I think Tony Bennett might have done a cover of. But anyway, here we go. He's a Tramp from Lady and the Tramp. Lady and the Tramp. He's a tramp. I can still hear in my head Peggy Lee doing that. Okay, let's go a little bit back to kind of where we started, actually. Mary Poppins. A spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. A spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. So here we go. Probably too much information. I can remember, this is back, my grandmother took me to see that movie, and it was at one of the big downtown theaters in Indianapolis, Indiana, actually. And it was one of those movie theaters that back in the day, it was a big theater, and but they actually had a curtain that they would draw back, and you could see they started the film kind of through the scrim of the curtain. So it was an occasion to go to the movies then. So yeah, it was fun. Okay, so here's another one, and that doesn't Mary Poppins, but it doesn't. I'm not going to even tell you what it is. You have to know. Chim Chimney, Chim Chim Cheree, Mary Poppins. Well, thank you all so much for joining me this afternoon for a little soiree into Walt Disney music. A couple things for those of you here on island to be aware of coming up. So this next weekend is the annual 34th, actually, annual Nantucket Community Music Center's Organ Crawl. And for those of you that don't know, that's where there are organists who perform at 5 of the organs here in the downtown area or village, pipe organs. And you go from one church to the next, and it starts at 9:30 at St. Mary's Catholic Church here on Nantucket, and it goes to the 2 organs that are at the Congregational Church, the Methodist Church, and then concludes here at St. Paul's. For those of you who are wondering, the Unitarian Church also has an amazing organ, pipe organ, 1831 actually, and it's the oldest organ that's still in use in normal church services in the United States. But anyway, they have a memorial service next Saturday, so they will not be, this is on the October the 11th, they will not be able to participate. But the point is that on the Friday, prior to the night before the organ crawl, Paul Fey, F-E-Y, he's a amazing young German organist, composer, and YouTuber. He has like 90,000 subscribers kind of thing on YouTube. He is really fun, really interesting, very accomplished, and he will be giving a concert here at St. Paul's, free of charge, free admission, at 7 p.m. on Friday, October the 10th. And then he will also be participating in the organ crawl the next morning, playing at the Congregational Church. I will be participating as an organist. Another organist here on the island, Isaiah Williams. He's a relatively recent Eastman School of Music graduate in organ performance, will be participating. And then along with Paul Fey, who I just mentioned, will be Carson Kuhlman, who is, could almost be considered a native Nantucketer. He's been coming here most of his life for summers and those kind of things. But anyway, Carson is the composer in residence at Harvard Memorial Church up in Cambridge. And he has written an organ piece specifically for Paul to play on Paul's concert, and it will be the world premiere of that particular organ piece. So I encourage you, if you're here again on island, to come participate in Paul's or hear Paul's concert on Friday, and then participate in the organ crawl the next morning on Saturday. Both are no admission, but of course, donation support will be appreciated. So anyway, thank you so much for joining me this afternoon, and I think next week we'll be on the organ, and we'll see what kind of things we can come up with for next week. But again, thanks so much. Have a blessed day. Bye.